Bob Riley with HIGHLIFE Magazine, HIGHLIFE Studio. I'm here with Laura Baldwin Fuentes from Green Roads, one of the leading CBD companies in the United States. So Laura, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you're from, where you went to school, and if you're a Florida native.
I am a Florida native. I was born and raised in Hialeah, Florida. Went to Hialeah High School, got my undergrad at Miami-Dade Community College, and then I went to Nova Southeastern for pharmacy.
So, how long were you a pharmacist?
I've been a pharmacist since 1993.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's a long time.
That is a long time. What made you decide to get into cannabis?
I was working behind the counter, selling opioids at the time to a lot of people. A lot of patients were coming in. I saw their destruction. I saw week after week how they would degress and just not be doing well. And my partner, as you know, Arby Barroso, came into the pharmacy and saw me compounding. And he's like, hey, what are you doing? What's compounding? So I explained to him what compounding was. And he's like, hey, what do you know about CBD? And at that time, I didn't know anything about CBD, so I started doing some research about it, saw that it had a lot of great medical benefits, potentially. All the information back in 2012 really came out of Israel or Spain or other countries. And so I started making products at my house, trying to figure out what worked, and we got a lot of really good products and a lot of really good results, and that's how we started back in 2012.
Wow. All the way back in 2012.
Yeah.
So you guys have been doing this for a minute, huh?
Yeah, it's like we're like dinosaurs in this business.
I mean, you were doing it before anybody was even considering
Yeah.
CBD as an alternative therapy.
Yeah, nobody was really looking at it back in 2012, just a few companies.
Why did you, I guess, do you have any, a personal story or a family member that has benefited from CBD?
Well, besides Arby, Arby has his own story that he can tell you, but we were able to get him off of the opioids with the CBD. I really believe that the CBD helps to curb your anxiety and frustration and your need to have it, not your addiction to the opioids, but the stress related to the opioids. I've also seen really amazing results with a family member with psoriasis and those types of topical medical conditions and pain, and my husband uses it for his aches and pains. So, way back when I started making the products, we gave it to family and friends and it was working. And to my surprise, as a pharmacist, it's like it works better than most pharmaceuticals.
Nice. Do you support medical marijuana?
I do support medical marijuana. I think there's a definite need for it.
Do you support adult use?
I definitely support adult use. I think that marijuana is a safer product than alcohol. And why can't you have that luxury in your own home, on nights and weekends if you want to relax? That's a great alternative for sure.
Okay. So how has building the company Green Roads changed your perspective of the marijuana cannabis industry as a whole?
It definitely has changed my perspective. I've never been a smoker. I never dabbled in marijuana. Graduated high school pregnant, so I never really got the opportunity to have that college experience where you smoke marijuana. I only really saw negative connotations from growing up. My sister was always trying to hide it from my parents, and my parents were trying to hide it from me, so I never got a really good positive vibe on it growing up. But then when I got into space and I started to realize how it's truly helping people, like the really medical benefits of it, it really changed my mind, and I am definitely pro marijuana, cannabis, CBD, everything. It's a great plant.
I mean, why would the government have 6 patents on a plant that has no efficacy?
Because it's no good.
The cannabis industry is dominated by men. How has that affected you in your current job title as CEO? Has it limited your ability for you to be able to do what you do, or has being a woman given you a different ability to approach cannabis from a different perspective?
I honestly think it gives me a different perspective. I am a woman, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, and I look at the plant in a different light. I'm a pharmacist, so I always look at the medical benefits of the plant. And I think, in this industry, it is dominated by men, but women are coming through loud and clear, and we have a definite goal and a definite mindset, and I think it's showing. It hasn't affected me being CEO of Green Roads.
Nice. As a Florida woman in cannabis, what do you believe needs to happen or change to help mainstream the cannabis message?
I mean, we just really need to all come together and have the same idea as to safe and quality products for the end user. We have to always remember that this product has an end user in mind. It could be a child, it could be an infant. We need to make sure that we have clean, safe products, and I think once we all agree on what a clean, safe product means, that the whole industry will benefit.
Does Greenwoods do testing on their products?
We test everything. We use a third-party lab, Catcha Labs, and we test for everything: solvents, heavy metals, pesticides. We test for everything.
Okay. And do you have a medical marijuana card?
I do not.
Yeah.
I don't have a medical condition that would require me to have one.
Well, that's a good thing too. Do you own hemp clothing?
You know, I really don't own much. I have a couple of hats that are hemp clothing, but you know, they're just basically t-shirts and such casual wear. And no, I really don't have anything, but I would like to see maybe some higher end clothing lines come out. That'd be really interesting to me.
Would
maybe
you buy
a jacket?
it? Would you buy it?
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And women tend to make most of the healthcare decisions in the home. Yet we keep marketing to men. I call it the cannabis syndrome. In your opinion, what does the cannabis industry need to do to better market cannabis to women?
I love that cannabis syndrome. I agree completely. But you know, like I said, the women, we decide what our children take, what our grandkids take, and what our families take. We take care of them medically and what their needs are. So I feel like for us, we just need to continue to educate women to know what the benefits are of this plant, what it can help you with, how it can help your children, and how it can help your parents, your grandparents. I can't make any medical claims, but just so that we just really need to educate them so that they can bring that home to their family and continue to make a healthy family from it.
Well, thank you very much, Laura Baldwin Fuentes, for your time that you've taken out of your day to interview with us. This is Bob Riley from HIGHLIFE Magazine, HIGHLIFE Studio.
Thank you, Bob.